Yo, what up? Christian Bobe here. I'm 1 week out from Fury 14 comp class today. We're gonna go through it. I'm a dog. So what we're going to do here is walk through some of the positions I'm going through, some of the decisions I'm choosing to make. And here I am in the mount. It looks as if I'm trying to potentially set up a head and arm choke. There's the head and arm choke. Let's see, I bail on the head and arm choke. Got my feet crossed there to control the position. It looks like I bail, go knee on belly, and now I'm attacking a guillotine here. My bread and butter. Oh, nice little throw by that doesn't really work. I try and pass right away. Okay, onto another guillotine, mounted guillotine. Shout out to Sean Brady. This is a nice slow position. Okay, I fall off, switch it off to the anaconda or darce. Switch it again to the anaconda or the darce. That is one position that still confuses me to this day. Looks like I try and mount with the, back to a guillotine here. I fall off to the guillotine, switch it back to a mounted guillotine. And I'm attacking, and he taps. All right, we're on the feet here, doing some wrestling. I shoot it in on a single leg, I would say, maybe a high crotch. We're scrambling. Sit him to his butt here. We got a nice little scramble going. Looks like he gets me in a reverse crucifix position here. We wrestle up into a turtle. He is attacking my neck currently. Looks like I'm in some danger. Okay, we're in this front headlock position. I'm defending from chokes. If you saw under there, I had control of his arm 2-on-1. And we scramble. I end up on bottom guard. Here I'm playing a guard. Kind of sit up. There's a sweep there. Don't know how that really happened. Just kind of in the moment. Now I'm on top, looking to pass. Don't know what that pass is called, but it works for me pretty well. I'm past the guard now, inside control. Looks like I'm maybe attacking the back or a guillotine here. Oh, guillotine. I know myself too well. Oh, he defends that guillotine. I go to the back. That's one of my favorite transitions in jiu-jitsu. Oh, switch to an armbar. Armbar triangle. We have an armbar triangle here. I'm attacking the armbar now. This is a deadly submission in jiu-jitsu, probably the worst position you can be in. I switched to a straight armbar and I finished that. I'm going with my buddy John Lyons here. Shout out to John Lyons. He just had a horrible tragedy. His house burned down and he lost everything. So If anybody's watching, maybe they can donate. Open guard here. I'm trying to pass. I go double, 2 hands on his shins. I try and pass there. He does a good job at defending it. Working the pass here from the open. Nice, again, little slick pass attempt. He defends well. I try and re-attack. He defends that well. Nice little pass attempt again there. He had a pretty good guard, I'll say that. He was doing a good job at like coming over the top and like wedging his feet onto my hips and almost taking my back. I defended that well. Man, he does that pretty good. Oh, here I step over and attack a leg. It looks like I stepped over into inside saddle. Kind of. It looks like I'm debating on going on the leg or maybe a pass here. And I lose the position again. I'm back on the attack. There was a little arm bar I could have tried to send in there. I didn't see that in the moment. John has a nice little bite on maybe a calf slicer. I escape. I go for a knee cut. Doesn't work. Just kind of hanging out in this position here for a bit. He has that little false reap type of hook in with that left leg. Looks like I got a pass here. I don't know what I did to... Oh, didn't pass. Tried it. Didn't work. You gotta try again. That's jiu-jitsu. End up back in the full guard here. He's got a body triangle from the bottom. That's just kind of a stalemate position. Not a stalemate, but a stalling position. Catch your breath real quick. Here I'm going 2 hands on the armpit, and I was driving my knee into his butt to open up his guard. That's a pretty beginner-friendly technique to open up the guard. And there you see it worked against a high-level grappler. Back in this position here. I really like passing from here. It looks like I sit back, maybe attack a leg for a quick second. Nothing's really coming from it. He tries to bite on my leg. He wrestles up momentarily, and I wrestle up. I would say nothing really happened there. No sweep, no points. He goes back to bottom. Oh, nice little pass attempt into a front headlock. Good position here. I follow the back pretty nice here. I ended up in a turtle position. 1 hook in, 2 hooks in, body triangle. That's points if you ask me. Looks like here I'm working for a rear naked choke. That was a fun little scramble there. I've got a 2-on-1 with that left hand. I'm kind of just trying to set up a nice little attack onto his neck. Here, it looks like I'm trying to get a bite under the neck with my left hand. Here, usually I'll use my left hand to almost bait him into defending that, and then I'll shoot my right hand in fast. And I lock up the rear naked choke here with my right hand, as you can see. Squeezing, and he taps. I've got this like knee cut. I sit through, attack an arm bar, switch that to an arm bar triangle. Attack the arm. He defends well. Very good defense by him. He defended well, stepped over. I lost control of the arm. Scrambled for a second. I ended up back on top, and that's the round. Here we are with Steve Joachim. Both of us competing on Fury next weekend. He's got a big match against Elder Cruz. So I kind of off balance him here, and I wedge my right leg behind his right knee and kind of just sit him into my lap momentarily, sweep him back, and now we're in this head and arm. I got a head and arm here. And he's defending with that leg grabby thingy. I don't really know what that is, but that technique was really smooth by me. Nice little off balance to almost back take into a head and arm. I'll tell you right here, I don't finish this. I remember being in the moment and wanting to finish it, but Steve's quite bigger than me. He defends it really well. I think I consider jumping onto an arm here. He wrestles up, single leg. I fall somehow. It looks like I slipped on the sweat. He's got a body lock. I still have a whizzer with my right arm, if you can see that back there. That's kind of just a defense to him completely pinning me and controlling me to the mat. I still have that. Oh, I have a guillotine, not a wizard. Okay, so I'm on his neck with the guillotine. And in this moment, he's got my left arm trapped behind my back. So I'm trying to finish this with my one right arm. Tricky position. I can't say I've ever been here before. As you can see, he's got my arm stuck. I've got his neck. I'm trying to squeeze it. I sweep him into a mounted guillotine momentarily. Don't control it. He's got my leg hooked there with that right arm. Oh, now I'm into the mounted guillotine. He's kind of doing a good job at defending that. He gives a nice little smile there, as you can see. I had this position in my fight, and I did not finish it, which really hurts because I have it here again, and it looks as if I don't finish it. Clearly, I've got some work to do. He hooks my right leg there in kind of like a half guard type of position. That does a good job of stopping me from being able to drop my weight and really sink in the choke even more than it already is. We reset here. I'm on bottom. Steve gets an underhook with that left arm. I kind of try and get a body lock. He's doing a good job at putting pressure down on my rib cage there, making it hard for me to breathe. I've got a butterfly with my right leg there. That's kind of stopping him from being able to really pass. I do a little hip escape out to the side, kind of reset. Steve does a nice little back step and passes my guard. Can't really tell if he, yeah, I would say he's probably past my guard at this point. I'm trying to do a good job of keeping my knees into my chest, into my stomach, to kind of prevent him from settling into the position. So that's why if you see my right leg, my left leg, I was bringing it in, trying to stop him, but he steps over into the mount here, and he does this, I forget what this choke's called, but he's pretty much stopping me from breathing there with the sweat of his shirt.
That was disgusting, brother.
But yeah, it's just like a smuggle choke. He's just dropping his sweaty, nasty shirt into my nose and mouth, and every time I breathed in, that's what I was breathing in. But anyway, I'm in on a single leg here. It looked like this, I think this was overtime. We're getting into this crazy scramble. He kind of has a reverse crucifix with a, oh, I almost scramble out, keeps control. End up in a turtle position here. He almost again gets some control. I'm on a single leg here, kind of just hanging on, where in overtime I didn't want him to score. Good position. I bail on the single leg. Looks like he's trying to attack my neck here. We wrestle up. I got 2-on-1. Oh, he gets a single leg. I'm wizard. That's a wizard there. I bail on the wizard. I roll for a leg lock. We scramble. Another wizard there. Back up to the feet. Nothing. Steve had a little thing in his nose. Takes it out. Clap him up. Overtime. Let's see what happens. I shoot in. Single leg. Low single. This was a tricky position here. I kind of just tried to... Alright. Steve has an almost arm bar standing. I lose it. He's again attacking the arm bar. I'm just trying to defend it here. This is a tricky position. I do defend it. I bail. Try and jump onto the back real quick. Don't really get the control. I have one hook in here, and I think time runs out right here. Yep, scramble. Wizard up to the feet. We're wrestling. I tried to duck under, didn't work. Wrestling. And that's the round. Tough one.
What are your thoughts? I'm a dog. That's my thought.